Do you ever feel overwhelmed by the ever-changing world of technology? Tech It Out can help make some sense of it all. Breaking down geek speak into street speak, technology columnist, author, and TV personality Mark Saltzman covers consumer technology each week for every listener. Mark tackles the latest news, reviews, and how-tos to help you understand what's hot, what's not, and why.
Hey everyone, welcome to Tech It Out, episode 271. Hope you're all doing great on this third weekend of November. And hey, next weekend is Black Friday and Cyber Monday, of course, just after Thanksgiving. And so we're going to devote some time to that today to highlight some great deals and steals. First up, we're going to start with Western Digital about buying storage for gamers on your gift list to add to a PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, Xbox, or a PC. Then we're going to talk saving money with Slickdeals, the popular website, app, and browser extension. Also on the show, Nextbase joins us for a chat about buying a dashcam, what features to look for, perhaps ahead of the Thanksgiving long weekend where you may be on a road trip. Sounds like a packed show, right? Well, as the late great Ron Popeil once famously said on infomercials, but wait, there's more. We're going to also talk with Accenture about humans trumping AI, artificial intelligence. We're going to chat with the author of a book called Radically Human. And finally, tech lifestyle expert Stephanie Humphrey will join us to share some of her top gadget gift ideas ahead of the holidays. All of this and more on an all-new Tech It Out, powered by ASUS for those in search of incredible. I'll tell you more about ASUS shortly, but let's officially kick off this week's show with our first interview. If you're a gamer or the parent of one, you know that plastic discs are going the way of the dodo bird in favor of digital downloads. It's a lot more convenient as you can buy a game from the comfort of your lazy boy instead of having to go to the store or wait for a package to arrive. But where are you going to store all this content? It's the worst when you run out of space and you have to uninstall games that you want to play. And so I often write about reliable and fast storage from WD and SanDisk. And so joining us to share what's new and newsworthy as we head into the holiday season, we've got on the line Anthony Morquecho. He is Director of Brand Marketing at Western Digital, the parent company to WD, WD Black, and SanDisk. Hi, Anthony. Good to chat with you again.
Likewise, Mark.
Now, hey, before we talk specific products, at a high level, please remind us what Western Digital is all about.
Yeah, so Western Digital is probably within our space, the de facto storage category leader for all storage solutions. So when you think about Western Digital, this includes all of our consumer retail brands, including WD with the My Passport line of products, our latest line of products for WD Black and for gaming. And then some of the people don't know is that SanDisk is actually a Western Digital product as well. And SanDisk has such a wealth of history and a DNA and a heartbeat of working with photographers through their cards and USBs and now our portable SSDs, where we have a huge breadth and portfolio that really is such an amazing story for us to offer as a company and brand.
Awesome. And I don't want to get too into the weeds here, Anthony, but just quickly, the WD line of hard drives, that's a traditional hard drive with like a spinning disk. It's like on a platter. I use WD external drives for long-term storage, to download everything. I want to put it away for safekeeping. And then the SanDisk line is what we call flash memory, where it's kind of like what's inside your smartphone or in your iPad or something. So we're talking SD cards, thumb drives or thumb sticks or jump sticks, whatever you want to call them, as well as more recently solid state drives or SSDs, which also do not have any moving parts, spinning media or anything like that. So it makes it a lot more durable and faster.
That's fair. When you look at our full breadth, having the technology of both hard disk drives that offer consumers very large capacity to be able to store large amounts of content, that's essential for hard drives and what we do there.
Yeah.
For portable SSDs, this is the latest flash technology to really help with the performance, right? So the speed to be able to transfer content from your original host devices onto a drive, it's definitely in the future about where flash technology and where storage is going, because it's so critically important to make this point. When you look at how the world is creating content exponentially, they're creating content, they're downloading content. When you think about content creators, gamers, even just everyday users that are just armed with a mobile phone, storage becomes so much more top of mind and relevant that our full portfolio of HD and SSD products becomes so relevant and essential for a lot of people to back up their precious content, to be able to store it, protect it, and then be able to access it later.
Thanks for that. That's great. And as for WD and WD Black, what are the key differences between these two brands or storage solutions?
Yeah, so WD's been around for over 50 years, and they've been celebrated as kind of our category leader in terms of trust and reliability for our hard drives for everyday usage, storage solutions for high capacity file needs.
Yeah, I've got like twin 12 terabyte drives connected to my desktop.
That's right.
And that's nothing. There's some digital pack rats that have way more storage than that.
There you go. Yeah. WD's perfect for that. And when we saw a need, when we're seeing consumer behaviors, gaming has been such a critical role in terms of our growth in the future. Gamers feel the pinch when you're not able to load games faster. Download times are very slow, and we can help.
So with that in mind, let's talk about a couple of specific solutions. Why don't we start off with some external storage solutions?
So for external storage, I think many people know the My Passport line of products, and these are our portable drives. And what's amazing about this product line is that this is offered in both HDD as well as SSD. HDD for those people who need to back up files on the go and potentially higher capacities. So this is reliable storage for those media files, content that are data heavy, that potentially really need a lot of that capacity. And we also have My Passport SSD that for the need for higher transfer speeds, this is perfect for quick uploading and downloading files and be able to store that in a way that you can always access it. It's on the go. I think this is really great for business professionals, for students, anybody on the go that potentially needs the faster transfer of content.
Speaking of gamers, I know WD's sister brand SanDisk has some officially licensed micro SD cards for the Nintendo Switch. There's also a PlayStation M2 SSD or solid state drive. Maybe you can talk to us about that for gamers.
Earlier this fall, which was amazing, is that Western Digital, alongside Epic Games and Nintendo, we've launched the officially licensed Fortnite SanDisk micro SD card for Nintendo Switch. And this is a fantastic gift idea. If they're going to be receiving a Switch this holiday or already have a system, they need more space. And as this grows, this is potentially being, for new games and digital downloads, there's a huge opportunity that whenever you're considering a Nintendo Switch, you need to consider storage as part of the essential accessory to be able to purpose-built it for the amount of games that it's holding, right? It's tested and approved for use with all Nintendo Switch systems. What's really great with our partnership with Epic Games and Nintendo is that it pays homage to the most rare and popular outfits in the game. So you'll see the Skull Trooper in the 128 gigabyte, as well as the Cuddle Team Leader in the 256 gigabyte capacity. So for fans who purchase the card, they'll receive a code to redeem the rare Angular Flow wrap. And for those who don't know that, this is highly coveted among Fortnite fans, which is a really good get.
And if you're a PS5 gamer, talk to us about the M2, because again, it's not just the amount of storage or games that you can hold, but the speed in which you can access them.
Yeah, this is, I would say, the crown jewel in our product line when you look at what this product has done over the last couple of years. With PlayStation, I think what's fascinating is that the conversation of storage is very paramount because of the game size of some of the most technologically advanced games that are coming out and potentially going to be coming out in the future, that the need for internal SSD storage is pivotal. And what's great is that we're the first officially licensed M.2 SSD for the PS5 console. So we've worked very closely with Sony PlayStation to do this. And with the attached heatsink on the internal drive, it's an all-in-one solution to expand the PlayStation 5's internal storage. And this is, again, a perfect gift for someone who's either getting a PlayStation 5 console or maybe already has one, so that, again, if storage becomes a fantastic accessory to continue building their gaming library, it can store and play both PS5 as well as PS4 games directly from the drive. So we talked about the backwards compatibility. This is what we're talking about. And it just obviously provides peace of mind knowing that their new and favorite titles are stored on a drive that's been battle tested. to take on the most intensive PS5 gameplay.
Some of the biggest culprits in terms of PS5 game file sizes are Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is 225 gigabytes, which is huge. Marvel's Avengers is 184 gigs, and Gran Turismo 7, a car racing game, is 183 gigabytes. So we're talking massive game files. So you definitely need to expand your storage. And when you play those games off that drive, like the PlayStation M2 SSD from SanDisk, you need to have those fast speeds so it won't impact performance. We are chatting with Anthony Morquecho. He's Director of Brand Marketing at Western Digital, parent company to WD Black, and SanDisk. We're learning about storage for gamers in particular, but across the board, if you're looking to gift a gamer on your list this holiday season. So again, I agree with you that storage is a great gift idea, not just for gamers, but really anyone on your gift list, because in the digital age, we can all use it. And I'm assuming there's some pre-holiday sales as well, like there usually is from Western Digital.
The fact is, many of the devices we use today in everyday life, beyond just gaming consoles and PCs, when you think about desktop PCs, laptops, phones, photography and cameras, and storage isn't typically top of mind for many buyers, but it really is a great accessory that's a really great complement for those on your gifting list.
Agreed.
We have a great line of products for the Black Friday, Cyber Monday season. You can all visit westerndigital.com. You can check out our social channels with WD creators as well as at WD Black social channels. So you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram for the latest news on these upcoming sales and promotion.
Awesome, Anthony. Thank you so much for your time and wishing you an early happy holiday season. All the best to you.
Likewise. Thanks, Mark.
When we return on Tech It Out, we're going to catch up with Slickdeals to talk about the app, browser extension, and website that can save you money over Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and into the holidays. We'll be right back.
Listen to Tech It Out whenever you want. Find the Tech It Out podcast at iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome back to Tech It Out, powered by ASUS for those in search of incredible. ASUS creates technology for today and tomorrow's smart life, and that includes its line of award-winning laptops and desktops, accessories like mice, keyboards, and monitors, mobile tech like smartphones and tablets and smartwatches. For those in search of incredible, visit asus.com/US/radio for more info. That's asus.com/US/radio. If you're a regular listener to Tech It Out, and thank you, then you know that I always talk about ways to save money while shopping. And hey, it couldn't be any more relevant this year with much higher costs across the board. Am I right? And so my go-to for saving cash is slickdeals.net. Joining us from Slickdeals to chat about scoring the best deals on everything you buy online and at retail, we've got Regina Conway with us. She serves as consumer expert at Slickdeals. Welcome, Regina. Good to chat with you again.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Sure. So look, the shopping season is officially here. Black Friday, next weekend, Cyber Monday. Any tips for how we can best navigate all of the options out there? It can be overwhelming.
Absolutely. Well, I don't know about you, Mark, but I've already been doing some shopping. And that first tip is don't wait for Black Friday itself. The deals are happening now. So you can check out retailers like Walmart, who have been rolling out deals throughout the course of November, but will also be rolling out new deals the week of Black Friday. And what you want to do is check individual return policies before you buy so that you don't get stuck with return shipping or other fees. But many retailers are offering extended return windows during the holiday shopping season. So if you buy something now that you won't gift until the holidays, and then you find it at a lower price, you can always repurchase that item at that lower price, return your original purchase, and you still save some money. And then obviously, a huge one for us is to tap into a community like the one at Slickdeals.
So first of all, that was great advice, and thank you for that. But a perfect segue to Slickdeals. Talk to us about the site, which is also an app, of course, and a browser extension.
Right. So Slickdeals is all about shoppers helping shoppers. It's a community of millions of real people like you, me, working together to save so that you can really be confident that you're getting that very best deal. It's not the retailers who are telling you it's a good deal. It's not the Slickdeals employees, though many of us are Slickdealers ourselves. It's 12 million shoppers who are vetting and voting up the very best deals from all the top retailers like Amazon and Walmart. And we actually just celebrated our 23rd anniversary, posted that on social, and the comments from folks who have been on the site since close to the beginning were really remarkable. We had people saying that they had basically raised raised their kids through the course of their time on the site. So It's a very knowledgeable community as well.
Great. Yeah, I remember you started in 1999 and a couple of years ago celebrated your 20th anniversary. I remember seeing that, and congrats. That's great. Obviously, your staying power is testament to the community and how passionate they are about finding deals. Why do you think Slickdeals is so popular, and what separates you from some of the other sites out there?
Our community is the secret sauce. It's what really sets us apart. So, we can all relate to that experience of finding that great deal and wanting to tell everybody about it. And Slickdeals provides the platform where you can do just that. But instead of just telling your neighbor or your friend, you can actually tell 12 million friends out there. And the great thing about it is the advice is very helpful. You could find a great deal on a vacuum, for example, and the community votes it up or down based on how good a deal it really is. But that deal quality is based off of things like how much it's been marked down in the past, what the current retail landscape looks like, and even comments that include helpful advice on why that vacuum may or may not be right for your household. Maybe you have pets, maybe you have carpets. So it's really about tapping into that knowledge of other shoppers out there to make sure that you're getting the best product at the best price.
Awesome. And I'm going to ask you to expand on the browser extension in a moment. But first, talk to us about deal alerts.
Deal alerts are one of the things that I personally use on a regular basis. In fact, I did just buy a deal off of a deal alert that came this morning on a Squishmallow that I was looking for the holidays. So they're a great way to stay informed about the best deals. You could set that alert specific to an item or a brand in which you're interested. Then you can filter that further so that you only get notified when it reaches a certain level of interest or vote from the Slickdeals community. So when that deal matching your criteria becomes available, you'll get an email notification. And it's a particularly good way for someone who's just learning about Slickdeals and how to navigate it to make sure that they're finding the best deals for them.
Love that. We are chatting with Regina Conway. She is consumer expert at Slickdeals. This is a community of about 12 million shoppers who help you save money on your purchases, be it online or at traditional brick and mortar retailers. Let's now talk about the browser extension. What does it do?
The Slickdeals extension allows you to take the power of the Slickdeals community with you as you shop online. So let's say you're already on a retail website like Macy's.com, for example. Instead of having to go look for a coupon code for yourself, the extension will automatically apply the codes that are available. And beyond that, the really cool thing about the Slickdeals browser extension is that we'll also show you which deals are trending on Slickdeals from that merchant, all without you ever having to leave the merchant's website.
And what web browsers does this extension work with?
The Slickdeals extension is currently available for Chrome, Firefox, and Edge.
Okay, so the big ones. Okay, great. And then finally, cashback rewards. It's, I think, one of the newer features of Slickdeals. Talk to us about it.
Sure. So Slickdeals cashback rewards is a way for Slick dealers to get even more bang for their buck shopping at their favorite stores. So you can earn points for purchases you find through Slickdeals, and then you redeem those points for PayPal credit or gift cards at your favorite retailers. So today, when you go on Slickdeals, you can find something like a TV that's already 30% off. And then our users will advise you to use credit card that will get you rewards, maybe stack a coupon code on top of that. And then now, by signing up for Slickdeals cashback rewards, you can also get additional money back. So it makes the deal the best of the best of the best.
That sounds sweet. So what's the best call to action then, Regina?
You can visit slickdeals.net and make sure to sign up for a free account. Then you can start customizing the types of products in which you're most interested, and you'll start to really be able to get those best of the best deals for you.
All right, awesome. And then if you want to download the Slickdeals app, it's Slickdeals one word at the App Store for iPhone and iPad and the Google Play Store for Android devices. Thank you so much, Regina. Great to chat with you, and happy holidays.
Thank you. Same to you.
We'll be right back with a lot more Tech It Out.
Want to follow Mark? Google him. Mark with a C and Saltzman with a Z. Breaking down geek speak into street speak. This is Tech It Out. Tech It Out with technology columnist, author, and TV personality Mark Saltzman.
Welcome back to Tech It Out. Planning on going on a road trip, perhaps over the Thanksgiving long weekend? Well, you'll definitely want to pack a dashboard camera, or dashcam for short, for a variety of reasons, as we'll hear now with Jeff Chuh. He's VP of Marketing for Nextbase, the folks behind a popular line of dashcams. Thanks for your time, Jeff. Good to chat with you.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Awesome. And hey, congrats on CNN.com choosing the Nextbase 322GW as the quote unquote best dash cam overall in its recent story. It was just in October. We're going to learn today, though, about a more advanced model called the Nextbase 522GW. But before we do that, tell us about Nextbase, the company.
Yeah, so Nextbase, we are a UK-based company, which has been really great because we've been able to create a couple generations of really great dash cameras and evolve them as we go over the years. And as we know, although dash cams may be semi-newish to the US North American consumer, there's been many years of trial and error with European and UK drivers out there. So we've really been able to perfect our dash cameras and bring them over to the US so that it allows us to win these different awards like CNN underscore or Consumer Reports Best Dash Camera or Forbes Best Dash Camera, for example.
Yeah.
What really makes Nextbase different is the amount of effort and time that we put into our dash cameras. There's a lot of dash cameras out there, but Nextbase really focuses on quality when it comes to build quality, image quality, user experience, etc. Nextbase really puts all of our effort into designing the best dash camera driving assistant that you possibly can have. For example, we have a team of over 100 engineers, designers, etc., who are building these dash cameras from the ground up. We're not buying anything off the shelf. We are finding the components, tuning the components, and building the housing and elements that really make a dash cam exceptional. Kind of compare it to a car. You can have a 4-cylinder engine in a car. It's a difference between a 4-cylinder in a base model Civic versus a race car. It's all about the components. It's all about the tuning and the love that you put into it that makes a good product.
Why don't we take a step back for a moment and just remind people what dash cams are used for? Is it peace of mind, in the event of an accident or incident that you've captured it? Or is it for recreation, like being able to relive, say, a scenic drive through the mountains on your TV after you've come back home?
Yeah, people are buying dash cams for all the above. You have the immediate need for a dash camera if you got in an accident and you need that extra layer of protection as a witness. But as you said, there's a ton of reasons to use it. If you're an Uber driver, if you have a car full of kids, there's a lot of precious moments to capture. There's a lot of important moments to capture. And there's a lot of beautiful moments to capture. The dash cam is really robust in its diversity of what it can protect you from and what it can capture from a memory in a moment.
Funny side note, here's another use case for a dash cam. My wife and I recently got in a little argument when we were driving somewhere, and she said afterwards, I didn't say that. And I was like, oh yeah, it's captured on the dash cam microphone. And, took it out of the vehicle and I played it back for her later on my computer. And, hey, I didn't rub it in, but I was right. And that was really just a handy little fun thing. Or, singing songs with the kids or something on a road trip. Like this is something that you can relive later, even inside the vehicle, even if it's not captured on video, but just audio.
Yeah, 100%. You hit it right on the head. Dash cams, although it does protect you from some of the doom and gloom scenarios that you might find yourself in when driving a car. But, nowadays with everybody on the road, faces in the phone, whatever it may be, the car is one of the only places that the family still gathers together. People are not eating together at the kitchen table anymore as much, but, families are going to places together. And those important moments that a dash cam could capture, for example, maybe it's your baby's first word or, a great day that your elementary school child just had. These cherished moments that you can relive, you can capture, or you may not even realize how great the day was.
I even used my dash cam once for going back like an hour or two earlier to a song that I really liked that I heard on satellite radio, just so I can find out who sang it. So there's lots of use cases, obviously, including a practical one. In the event of an accident or an incident, you've got video evidence of it from your first person perspective. So very handy. So with all this in mind then, Jeff, let's now chat about the Nextbase 522GW dash cam.
Yeah, so the 522 GW dash cam is a fantastic dash cam. It's a 1440p dual HD dash camera. It's got a ton of bells and whistles, and it really allows the driver to have really clear video evidence of what happened around the car. It has a modular capability of adding a rear camera, so you can have your choice of point of view of rear camera, whether it's out the back window to protect your rear, inside the cabin if you're either a rideshare driver or, like we talked about, a parent or capturing the family in the car.
Carpool karaoke style.
Exactly. And it also has great features like Alexa built in. So, if you're a busy parent or just a person on the go, it has all the features that you expect from Alexa built in the car where your hand should be on the wheel, eyes on the road. It's the perfect co-pilot while you're driving.
I'm going to ask you more about Alexa in a moment, but going back to the clarity, the resolution of these cameras, it's important to also capture the license plate of someone in front of you, obviously, just in the event you need that. We are chatting with Jeff Chuh. He is the VP of Marketing for a company called Nextbase. They make dashboard cameras, or dash cams for short. We're learning about the Nextbase 522 GW dash cam, one of their premium models. I understand it has an SOS feature.
Yeah, so the emergency SOS feature is really great because it's a layer of protection. So if you get in an accident, if you're driving in the middle of the night and a deer jumped out in front of you and you had to swerve, you drove off the road and nobody saw into an embankment and you were knocked out, the dash cam would automatically know that you were in an accident. It would first off lock that video content so you have it as evidence. But then what it will also do is it will go through a series of checks to see if you're safe. And if you fail to disarm those checks, then it will automatically dispatch an ambulance to your exact location with the information provided in the app, which would be your name, the make and model of your car, your blood type, your allergies, are you diabetic, things that would help the paramedic know as soon as they get to your location.
I just want to ask you about the Alexa support. So obviously hands-free, you can use your voice to activate the personal assistant, and it's built into the dash cam?
Yeah, 100%. Alexa is built into the Nextbase dash camera. You have access to over the hundreds of thousands of skills that Alexa's enabled. For example, map me home, text my family, set my thermostat to 72 degrees.
Right.
But even better, we have Nextbase skills specific, where you can ask the dash camera to lock my footage, mute my microphone, and plenty of other skills that help you drive easier and safer.
There's so much more to get to. There's a parking mode, there's Wi-Fi support, but unfortunately we've run out of time. And then finally, how much is the Nextbase 522 GW, and what's the best website to learn more?
The 522 is available at nextbase.com or your local Best Buy. In US, it retails for $299. Find any more information, we have our YouTube page.
Jeff Chuh's been our guest from Nextbase. Thanks so much for your time, Jeff. Be well.
Thank you.
We're going to chat with the author of a new book called Radically Human when we return on Tech It Out. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Breaking down geek speak into street speak. Tech It Out, hosted by Mark Saltzman.
Welcome back to Tech It Out, everyone. I cover cybersecurity quite a bit on this program and how you can best protect yourself. Well, one part of the solution is securely shopping online. And so I'm thrilled about my partnership with Visa on Tech It Out, as they've made some significant investments in fraud prevention over the past 5 years. How much, you ask? $9 billion. This is to support Visa's brand promise to protect the financial information of both individuals and businesses. There can be no half measures when it comes to cybersecurity, which is why the company takes an aggressive and multi-layered approach to combating the rising threat of malware or malicious software and other threats by well-funded and global criminal enterprises. Read more about Visa and how securing the world's payments is priority one at visa.com/security. A new book called Radically Human illustrates how leading companies are adopting a new generation of what's called human-centric technology to drive innovation amid rapid change. So between all the buzzwords like artificial intelligence and blockchain and the metaverse, it's ultimately people that are driving this change and not the algorithms deployed, argues its co-author, who joins us now, Jim Wilson, who's also Global Managing Director of Thought Leadership and Technology Research at Accenture. Welcome, Jim. Good to chat with you.
Great to be here. Thank you.
Why don't we start with the book, Radically Human, How New Technology is Transforming Business and Shaping Our Future. Congrats, by the way, on the launch of it. How has the relationship between humans and business technology shifted over the last couple of years?
Well, as we talk about in Radically Human, we're coming into a new stage of technology evolution. It used to be, of course, that we had to kind of adapt to machines. So think about the way that you have to kind of adjust your hands to a keyboard, or the way if you want to talk to a computer, you have to kind of learn a programming language. But one thing we're seeing these days is that smart machines, artificial intelligence are really learning to adapt to us. In a certain sense, these systems are becoming more natural, and we're seeing really significant advances, even in the past year or two, in this artificial intelligence space. So we're seeing new technologies like what are called creative artificial intelligence and natural language technologies like GPT-3, which actually has been getting quite a bit of news coverage in the popular press. So, we're seeing that this human technology relationship has really been changing as these systems become more natural. Just to give an example, if you go into a university classroom these days, you're going to see students, might be undergrads or grad students, they can now study new chemical compounds that AI has discovered, kind of AI systems that are beginning to act a bit more like scientists in a certain sense. So in just the past year or two, there's been a 200-fold increase in the library of known protein structures that are actually discovered by AI systems. And of course, that's going to have a huge impact, on our health treatments and disease treatments in the coming decade and beyond. Or if you think about some of the changes that we're already seeing in the businesses that we use every day. So insurance companies, for instance, are now using AI systems to dramatically simplify and reimagine that claims process. So at one company that we talk about in the book called Lemonade, customers actually filing a claim can simply chat to an AI system using natural language about their loss. And often the machine can settle the claim right there. And if the machine's confused or there are questions, that discussion will get elevated up to a human agent who can help move that claim along. Or, you think about gaming companies that, that we may be using or kids may be using. One company that we talk about is Epic Games.
Sure.
And they're using, a more flexible, more human-like AI system at the core of their platform to really create more immersive experiences and also enable more people to play together on that platform at the same time. Epic, can host up to 8 million players at a time. Or
Fortnite, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Or the NFL, they're using these more intelligent systems, actually modeled on the human brain, to search and tag all its video content from its games.
Several examples that you've painted for us, Jim, on the advantages of this radically human AI across several sectors from healthcare to interactive entertainment. And with that in mind, where should businesses start in their journey to develop radically human technologies? We are chatting about the book Radically Human with Jim Wilson, who's also the Global Managing Director of Thought Leadership and Technology Research at Accenture.
I think we've generally looked to new technology as kind of an operations thing, but really what we're seeing is it's all about innovation. But you're not going to be able to do it alone simply by adopting these technologies. Getting back to our earlier point, most companies really need to understand what AI is and how it can empower people if people are using it thoughtfully. So as you're building your career, test these new technologies, we talk about the concept of digital fluency, using these tools, being comfortable with them. At the same time, the call to action for business leaders is they need to focus as much on human factors, on training people to use these systems. Accenture.com/radicallyhuman unpacks the more of the details of the book.
Thank you so much for your time, Jim. Fascinating topic.
Thanks so much.
We chat with tech lifestyle expert Stephanie Humphrey after this short break, where she shares some of her gadget gift ideas for kids and kids at heart. Stay with us. We'll be right back with more Tech It Out.
Follow Mark Saltzman on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Listen to Tech It Out whenever you want.
It's official. The holiday shopping season has kicked off. So now what? Well, it's time to start working on that gift list. To help us get started, tech lifestyle expert Stephanie Humphrey is here with us once again to shine the spotlight on some of her go-to picks for this holiday season. Hi, Stephanie. Good to chat with you.
Hey, Mark, thanks so much for having me. Yeah, we partnered with some great brands today, and I think they're really going to help you round out that shopping list this year.
Because I know many of my listeners need a little bit of guidance in what to buy for those, tough to buy for family members and friends. So why don't we get started with a couple of your unique picks?
Yeah, I love these first two. The HP Sprocket 3x4. This is the perfect gift that's finally going to put all those smartphone photos to good use. It's designed for on the go. You're going to slip it into your purse or your backpack, but you'll instantly print those glossy, sticky back photos straight from your phone. The free app will help you customize the pictures that you can then use for scrapbooking, or you want to personalize those gift tags, decorate a dorm room, or just hang them on the fridge proudly. HP Sprocket 3x4 is rechargeable. It's going to print the photos in about 30 seconds, and it never needs ink cartridges. And you can pick this up on Amazon for $129.99. So pretty reasonable too.
And it's a great gift, I think, for both adults and kids. So the adults, for us, it's kind of like nostalgic, right? Remember when we used to print photos right from the camera in the 70s and 80s, and that was novel back then. So I think it's going to be kind of kitschy in a way for us grown-ups. But for kids, it's new because they grew up in the digital age, and I think it's going to be cool for them to make a physical copy that they can stick, into a locker or on a bathroom mirror or somewhere like that. So I think it's great for both age groups, and the price is right. Speaking of the bathroom, I understand you have something else that's a little unique.
I do, because this is going to get you a purifying, clean feel like you just left the dentist. It's the Oral-B IO. The round brush head is the one dentists use most worldwide, and you are going to get 100% cleaner teeth and healthier gums in 1 week compared to a manual toothbrush. It's insane. It's the most tech-advanced toothbrush. It has a smart pressure sensor. It has LED interactive display and a connected app that's going to give you that real-time individual tracking and feedback and coaching. I mean, you got to brush your teeth anyway. So use the most awarded toothbrush of 2020 and upgrade your routine with the Oral-B IO. You can get this one at oralb.com, and it ranges from $99.99 all the way up to $299.99. But you can't put a price on good oral health, right?
100%. And I mentioned this last week. I love the idea that your toothbrush can wirelessly chat with your phone and show you on an app where you're brushing and where you're not. To me, that's such a clever use of technology. Just, maybe lean your smartphone up against your bathroom mirror and away you go. So really high tech. And I love the play on words, Bluetooth technology. Ha ha ha. All right. Before we move on to some other ideas, I just want to ask you, Stephanie, with the year that we've had, tightening our belts with what's going on in the world, how can we better budget our gift buying this season?
Yeah, it's definitely been tough, but to get a little bit more flexibility with your budget this holiday season, you can shop for gifts with PayPal Pay Later. This is going to let you spread the payments out over time so you can better manage that budget and the stress of the holiday shopping at the same time. So this holiday season, just check out with PayPal Pay Later for all your online shopping, and then pick the Pay Later payment option that works best for you.
Let's end off with a couple of other favorites of yours.
So we got one for the kiddies. It's the Lights and Sounds El Bravo Pirate Ship playset. And this one's based on the hit Nick Jr. show, Santiago of the Sea. So if your kids like that show, they'll love this toy. It's a super cool bilingual toy that features over 75 phrases in English and Spanish. So you can spin the compass, you can push the Santiago button to hear character phrases and action sounds, and you really get a full pirate adventure story to kind of help steer their imagination. It's the first of its kind playset, and it comes with a lot of extras that I know any kid is sure to love. This one is $44.99, and you can get it at Walmart, Target, or online at shop.mattel.com.
Awesome.
I'm really loving this next idea, because if you're mailing holiday cards this year anyway, you might as well make them extra special by supporting over 16,000 independent artists by sending minted holiday cards. So with each unique design, you're going to support a global community of artists, and then you can add a QR code to the card that the recipients can scan to see extra photos and videos, or they can read that annual holiday letter that we write every year. But with Minted, you get a wide range of card styles that you can personalize. You're going to spread that holiday cheer to all of your family and friends. And their most popular package is you get 100 cards for $149.
Oh, wow. So that's minted.com. I remember receiving a couple of these last year from friends. And speaking of websites, Stephanie, where can we go for more info and to see these products in action as well?
Absolutely. You can find info on everything we talked about. Head over to inthenews.tv.
Our guest has been Stephanie Humphrey with some holiday gadget gift ideas. Thanks so much, Stephanie. All the best to you. Hope we can chat again soon.
Thank you so much, Mark, and you have a happy holiday.
Hey, thank you for tuning in to Tech It Out this hour, powered by ASUS for those in search of incredible. Hope you enjoyed the show. Wishing you a fantastic Thanksgiving, and I'll chat with you over the Black Friday, Cyber Monday weekend. All the best, everyone. Ciao for now.